the fullness of our life, and the holiness of each moment as we turn ourselves in through and as the Spirit permeated always from Source. We are one. And we hold this service today knowing it's unfolding in perfection, with grace, flow, that all are here by divine appointment, and the perfection unfold. We let this happen through all the words, through all the music, through all the grace, through all the service that is here today, and the serving that we are doing from love. And from this place of peace, we allow ourselves to enter this holy, holy knowing of the power, strength, grace, and love of this service, of this time, and of each and every one of us together in holy oneness. And so it is.
Would you like me to wait or start? Okay. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In this life we have some struggles, but when you worry you make them double. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Do 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 do. Don't worry, be happy now. Do 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 got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no girl to make you smile. Don't worry, be happy. When you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. Don't you worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Do 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 do. Don't worry, be happy now. Do 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 do. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Someone came and took your bed. Don't worry, be happy. Landlord landlord said your rent is late and she may have to litigate. But don't you worry, baby, just be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Don't worry, do, be happy. Do, don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy.
Thank you so much, Ginger. It just is always a beautiful way to start a morning and just begin our day in the wholeness and truth of that. And welcome, everyone. Here we are on Zoom again. Feels sort of peculiar, I think, to many of us, and also a little bit like maybe a day off to some people. And we are welcoming you here this morning to the Center for Conscious Living, located in time and space in Morristown, New Jersey, and today anywhere you are on the net. Thank you, Ginger, for the beautiful beginning of this service. That was lovely. And I am going to turn this over to Reverend Marlene, who will be doing your opening affirmation with you. Please feel free to unmute because we're all on Zoom. And please also feel free to turn on your cameras. It's much fun to see you all here. So if you can do so, we encourage you to do so. We'd love to see you. And Marlene, please take it away.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And if you will all join me in saying, I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open
my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete health.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and complete health.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and abundance.
I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and abundance.
So it is.
So it is. So it is. Thank you, everyone, for being here today in this semi-peculiar way. And just such blessings to be gathered. Let's take this moment just to center in, to breathe with one another, to find ourselves here in the space, beyond form in some ways, and to find ourselves here nevertheless in and through and as CCL, this congregation of love and light that we are so grateful to have, to belong with, to be, and to participate with and in. And today, we know, again, we speak and we hold this space knowing there is one power, one light and one love that surrounds and lives, indwells, permeates all. We allow ourselves to breathe in deeply and remember the truth of this statement: one power, one holiness, one strength, one love, one truth. And knowing this, we also know, we recognize that we are unified with this one truth. We are unified with this one power. We are this power as us, through us, in us, being us, one and only us. We are together and we are singular in this pursuit of who we are. In this moment, we choose knowing that our highest, most divine, powerful self centers in with this universe and drops us into this moment now. In this realization, we see ourselves as the center of all this divinity, the blessing of all this life, knowing that we are one with this great, holy, strong power, presence that lifts us and draws us in and through life, that we deliver this through our words, through our hands, through our hearts each day, through the music of this service, through the words that we speak, through the tenderness that we see, through the very soul of our lives. And now today we know this service is unfolding in divine perfection. All of us here by divine appointment, welcoming the unfolding in our consciousness and in the consciousness of the world as we tend to, with choice, our full awareness of this holiness, just as it is. We are deeply grateful for this knowing, for this remembering, for the blessing that this is. And so we say together, and so it is.
Give me a word, give me a sign, show me where to look, tell me what will I find, what will I find? Lay me in the ground, lay me in the sky, show me where to look, tell me what will I find, what will I find? Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. 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 Love is in the water, love is in the air. Show me where to look, tell me, will love be there? Will love be there? Teach me how to speak, teach me how to share, teach me how to go, tell me, will love be there? Will love be there? Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. 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 Give me a word, give me a sign, show me where to look, tell me, what will I find? What will I find? Lay me on the ground, fly me in the sky, show me where to look, tell me, what will I find? What will I find? Heaven, let your light shine down. Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. Whoa, heaven, let your light shine down. I'm gonna let it shine, I'm gonna let it shine. Heaven's little light gonna shine on me. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah. Heaven's little light gonna shine on me. Shine, shine on me. Yeah. Thank you.
So beautiful. So beautiful, Ginger. Thank you so much. Doing a lot of shining for all of us this morning. It's beautiful. Thank you for lifting us into that space. And we are about to do our affirmations, which we are going to do, interestingly enough, if I can find the right thing here, we are going to do them call and response. So if you would be so kind, Marlene, will you join me on the screen? And everyone can unmute. And Marlene and I will do these with you. We'll do them first. And then we'll do them all together. All right. Are you ready, Marlene? Okay.
I am the inspiration of belief.
I am the
inspiration of belief.
Belief.
I am the flow of hope.
I
am the flowing
of
Hope. Hope.
I am the strength of trust.
I am the strength of
Strength.
trust.
Trust.
I am the depth of faith.
I am
the depth of faith.
Faith.
I am the holiness of knowing.
I am the
And the holiness
Holiness
of
of
knowing.
knowing.
I am the power of surrender.
I am the power
Power
of surrender.
surrender.
So it is.
And so it is. Thank you.
This is a Norman Taylor cover. If you are yearning and your spirit feels lost, just find your faith and carry on. If you are longing, your spirit is free, just find your faith and let the rest be. Look within, you'll find your way. The road to joy is paved today. Sometimes life can look like a mess, but it's God's clearing, and it's for the best. You might feel like bondage, but you're always free. Just find your faith and let the rest be. Look within, you'll find your way. The road to joy is paved today. Sometimes life can look like a mess, but it's God's clearing, it's for the best. It might feel like bondage, but you're always free. Just find your faith and let the rest be. Just find your faith and let the rest be. Let the rest be.
So, good morning, everyone. And this used to be regular and now somewhat peculiar time of being virtually on Zoom together. I find myself just present, trying to presence and find ourselves and myself here. We've been talking about who am I in our classes. We've been wondering this out loud, and amidst the crisis in our world today, the crisis in Palestine and Israel, and then as it fans out across the globe and touches all of us, who am I? Who am I becomes a very, very important question, deeply important question. Because as we know, this comes down to choice. Not all of it, but much of it comes down to choice. And certainly our actions come down to choice. And so as we've been floating around, there's been a lot of, I don't know, sometimes I call it crunchiness about this because it's like the questioning and the anchoring and the wondering and the going away and the coming back, of who am I? And there's so many levels on which this truth is being unearthed within us. And the very fact that we're in this conversation is a testament to the fact that we are deeply, deeply connected to all that is happening in this world. Yesterday, I gave a talk at an interfaith gathering in Morristown. And it was quite interesting because I'd had a plan. They asked us to bring a practice. And I'd had a plan that I was going to teach affirmative prayer and be very sort of have a lightness about what I was doing. And that was my plan. And what happens to plans. So I wasn't completely attached to it. I could tell there was some movement in the energy as I was sitting there waiting. And they called a break right before I was supposed to go on. So then I had another bit of time and I just got immersed in what was happening in the room instead of focusing on where I was. And right after the break, I walked to the front of the room and the words that came to me about what to do or what I was doing or where I was were stop, look, listen. And so with that, like everything that I had preconceived went out the door, except presence. What I was bringing in that room as me was super available and present. Go inward and listen. Stop, look, listen. How many times is that a wonderful instruction for us as we are really in a place of, I don't know what to do? Now that can come from a fear reaction, as we've talked about. Stop, freeze, look, listen, am I going to die? What's going to happen? But in this circumstance, it wasn't that. It was stop, breathe, wonder, look at these particular people in this room today and listen. What is it that I have to offer? I won't know until I look at them and until I listen. And so I stood there for a moment in what felt like an hour and was probably not at all more than a split second. And I breathed in with the group, and then we did it again, and then we did it again. And I don't know that I've ever had an opportunity to have such rapt attention on me that I was completely unaware and unself-conscious of. My energy had been absorbed into what I was looking at. And it was so holy. This was an interfaith meeting. There was a Holocaust survivor that had appeared before me, a Muslim imam who had appeared before me. People's hearts were opened and wondering, where am I Who am I in this place? I was introduced as something completely different, but of course, you know, there's no such thing as completely different. I am the same. And so rather than talk about who we are, I talked about what I saw. And what I saw was such a depth of interest in who am I. And I became very curious about that. Stop, look, listen. And so I just listened within. What would be of service here? What can I do? All of this sort of propelled without my awareness on what was happening. And the answer that came as I looked into the faces of these beautiful humans, these individualized lives, all different, all struggling with their own individual journeys, and all the same. The attention, the curiosity, and the wondering, what can help me today? As the thought arrived, forgiveness. Forgiveness is a place that we start. We often think we have to start by forgiving others. And in this moment, I could see that the forgiveness in this group was going to be for ourselves. The forgiveness was going to land, if it was going to land at all. And most of this is the intellectualizing and the thinking after the fact, because honestly, in the moment, there was very little but love present. It was as if we were all absorbed in one field and I had a mic, so I got to talk. So we brought to this gathering self-forgiveness, deep prayer of owning that which we are holding against ourselves, the self-forgiveness for the judgments in which we lose our way, the judgments that we hold against ourselves that make us act out in the world in ways that are not who we are, and yet become who we are. You see, in the world today, what we're looking at is always the reflection of our inner experience, our inner pain, our inner ego, our inner life. And yes, while I am all those things on some level, I am truly the truth of me is not. And so every moment that we are walking in these moments of this day, we have a choice. Will we be the wounded one? Will we be the one that we are inflicting our own judgments on? Or will we be the love? In that room yesterday, the call to love was so loud, but not louder than it is in the world today, is it? You and I, in this moment, on this screen, at this time, we have personal knowing of each other. And it's as if it's the same group. I knew them that well in that moment yesterday. We together created a field of self-forgiveness. It was felt. It was necessary. It was relieving of our pain. As we hold anything within us, we are kept out of the who we really are, the love that we really are. And so as these calls to prayer hit us, as we listen, as we hear them deeply, as we watch the news, as we see how possibly worse could this get? We are not to forget that we are the love. We are the answer in every single moment, whether we are caught in the news or caught in our own lives. Our choice to make a difference and to not let go of, no matter how bad it looks, that there is still only one answer, and it is me, it is you, it is us, and it is the love that I am. It is the I am that stands in connection in the center of all of this chaos. The I am is simply it. Love, God, Allah, Buddha, you name it, we are it. And all the other wondering we do about all the other pieces of who is myself, those are also calls to prayer. And so a prayer of self-forgiveness for the judgments that we hold against the very smallest aspects of ourselves is what is called for. And so in these moments, as we wonder, the moments we get caught in anger and fear and doubt and worry, they're like bubbles. And they form and they come near us. What are we to do with them? We are to grasp them. We are to hold them in love. If we judge them, we are pushing them away. But not only are we pushing them away, we are pushed away because we cannot be both things. We can be one thing. The truth of who we are is that we can only be one thing. We can either live in a world of duality, or we can be the one love we truly are. We truly are. And if you could see, if you could feel what happened in that room yesterday, as we went into the forgiveness for the judgments that each of us were holding against ourselves, if you could feel the tone of the room shift, the openness to each other, open, the gaze on me that was so incredibly deeply loving, you too will bring this into your lives as you step into this one knowing. And here I am telling you this and telling myself this over and over and over, and we fall out and we come in and we fall out. But the one thing we need to know, is that it is in the self-forgiveness that we are returned to love. It is in the forgiveness of the judgments against the world that we are returned to love. We come from heaven to here. We come from heaven to ourselves. By heaven, I mean the holiness of who we are, the love. We come from that to this, and we embrace it. And as it comes to us where we are in prayer, we embrace it. We don't push it away. We embrace it. We feel it. We hold it. We love it. And we transmute it into light. Love dissolves everything else. This is not highfalutin nonsense. This is power, and this is the one true power. If you want to have any power in the world today, if by any chance, like most of the world, you are feeling powerless, do not pretend that you don't have any power. We have power. Our power is in our alignment with each other and our alignment with this universe as one. We see despair today. We see war today. We see children dying and abducted. We see adults. We see families falling apart. We see buildings being blown up. We cannot help but see. But we hold all of this in the forgiveness of our hearts for any of this seeing that comes to us as separation, because we are one. Listen to this call to prayer. Listen so deeply to this call to prayer in a part of the world where prayer is sanctified as glorious so much. It is constantly belted, sung, yelled into the communities 5 times a day. The holy sites of the world are here in this part of the world, and yet we are still forgetting we are loved. We forget it within us first, and that is where we must go. So today, I invite you all with me. Take one thing, close your eyes, go within, one thing that you have a judgment against within yourself that makes you feel distant from yourself, or not holy, or not full, or not love, or not powerful, or not strong. What is the one thing that pops to your mind? Use that one. Are you not worthy? Are you not good? Are you not kind? Are you not something? Or are you bad, wrong, unable, unworthy? What is the judgment? What is it that you are holding against yourself? That if you could forgive it in this moment, you could heal yourself. But not only that, you could heal the world. When you become one, the world becomes one. We are at cause in the matter of our life. So right now, here today, on this screen, in this moment, find the one thing, or the many things, whatever it is, and let yourself land there and say together with me, with your hand on your heart, I forgive myself for the judging of myself as you tell yourself what the judgment is. Let us turn this service today into the holy union of oneness as we let these judgments of ourselves fall away. And if a judgment of another shows up, forgive that judgment also. Forgive that which is within you first, and you will lose touch with that which is within another. This is the answer to the call to prayer as we bow to the innocence of the people of this world who are suffering and our own innocence as well. We say again, I forgive myself for judging myself as. Sit gently and quietly with this. And as I sit with you today, as I see all of you, your names, your faces, your eyes, your love, know that we are not separate. As close as you can come to me and to yourself, we will be one. We will make this choice. If you are doing this exercise with me, you are choosing to be powerful, to be love, and to answer the call to prayer. That we may stand in this energy that is indeed affecting every point of this universe right now. And as we begin to feel the release of this, let us also step into the antidote that is the truth and speak these words to ourselves. The truth of who I am is I am love. I am light. I am grace. I am holiness. I am power. I am strength. I am one. I am one. And if by any chance any part of you is not sure, you're not 100% sure that this could possibly work, you're not as sure as I am that this is the only thing that works. If the inspiration of belief is not strong enough, if the flowing of hope has not held you, if the strength of trust is fallen away, if the depth of your faith is wavering, if the holiness of your knowing is not present, if the power of your surrender is not full, then for this moment, borrow the faith from the field that is around you, from those, from me, and from others who are standing in this today. This is the teaching and this is the work. If you want to know who you are you are the one who holds all the parts of you in love. And you are the one that holds the world in love. This is the lens of spirituality that we hold up to this world, that we see reality through. This is not chimera. This is not in vain. This is you living the most powerful life that you and I have to live. There is no separation between me and the child in Gaza. There is no separation between you and the mother in Israel. There is no separation between that mother and that child. There is no separation between those who are perpetrating violence and who are sitting here in prayer. We are one. And if we lift with love, they can hear the response to their tears of fear and scared and anger and hunger and thirst. The gates will open. We are the miracle waiting to happen. This is not something to do tomorrow or later. We are doing this now. We are all the world is waiting for. There is no one else coming unless it's you. You, me, and all of us together in the awareness of this are the power and the strength of this love. And we will carry it together. Again, if you are struggling to understand, to believe, to know anything about this, borrow the faith of those around you. Listen to the voice of love that sings through Ginger. Listen to the creativity that is all around you. Bring in that which you are forgiving so that you may be clear and free and pure and innocent again to see this world in love. You see, I read a post this morning where someone had given up. And it broke my heart that what we're seeing today, is this true that this is all there is? That what we're seeing as the most vivid examples on every screen in the world, is it true that this is all there is, that all our work is in vain? Is that true? That is not true. And so if we affirm the vision that this person thinks is dead, and instead do the next step in our prayer and affirm the vision of the truth of what is real. It is real that our work is necessary. It is more necessary than ever. The call to prayers are getting louder. Will we heed them? Use them in your one-to-one. Because who will go forward in love if we won't? If we can't solve this in our lifetime, it is still here to be solved, and it is still improved by our gifts of love. This pain and suffering is part of today, but it was created from yesterday's pain. It was created from lack of forgiveness. It was created from us not letting go of that which has gone before. We must. And with the depth of compassion, of understanding from our own process, how hard it is to let go, how hard it is to forgive others, and certainly how hard it is to forgive ourselves. Let us step in and revitalize a discarded vision of the world that many are carrying right now. Let us see places We're already blossoming. Look into a new day that's dawning. Let us let go and stop destroying with yesterday's unforgiveness. We start over again and again, willing within us in this moment, no matter where it is right now. Let us begin again. Let us begin again. Let us begin again. I see a vision where we are coexisting with each other, dreaming of heaven, 1,001 religions, each pointing back to each other in loving kindness. Close your eyes and see it. See it. After your forgiveness, you can see this. We have had it all in our precious world. We coexist with each other, dreaming of heaven on earth. We pray 1,001 ways. We write books in 1,001 languages. We watch as the rivers weave themselves back into the vast and unending ocean of love. We break bread together around the fire. All colors, all creeds, all skins, sharing songs and spices from our heartland, celebrating the fleeting breath of life in every moment that moves through all of us. We have left behind our charred chapters of colonization, genocide, brutality, humbly learning from our wise elders, giving respect where it was due. We honor the sacred waters as the gift of life that sustains us, caring for the soil, planted food forests, ensuring no child ever goes to bed hungry. We truly have it all, a veritable paradise. The fertile rock spiraling us through space, a divine inheritance given to future generations. We can release our generational traumas and programming that keep us under the spell of separation. We can live as allies, one people, many nations. We can stop vilifying our neighbors. We can lift our arms to the sky and all born of ancient stars. We can stop them. We can stop this. We can stop this. The young ones can be taught through our stopping right now. We can stop this. We let this go. We sing again, creation song resounding through our human story. We hold this in prayer. We know this is the resounding prayer of love, and we know that it is actionable. We move against all odds. We be kind against all odds. We take on the 21-day kindness that is being offered to us, a challenge to us to look here, look with love. We can hold our own suffering and everyone's suffering. We lay down every story. We lay down the love with every missing, lost human. And we learn from this. We hold it all in love. And when there is peace, it is done. And when there is not peace, it is not done. And so we go back to prayer and we release and we begin again. And from here, we listen. The call here from Emerson, who is one of the fathers of New Thought, to succeed in life, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayals of false friends. This is to be human, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that even one life has breathed easier because you lived. This is to have succeeded. And in order to do this, we start by letting go. Ginger, if you would take us away here and now.
There was a time in my life thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the love of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say if you're feeling discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you just gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I am only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Bless you, Ginger. Thank you for bringing us home with that release. And now in this wholeness and love that we already always are, in the declaration of the spiritual life that is the life that lives within us, the I am of the I am, we spread our gifts magnificently through the world today. And in our giving, so do we receive, not for the benefit, but for the knowing that as we are uplifted, all is one. The giving is the receiving is the giving. And so with great open hearts today, knowing our place in the holiness of this universe, speaking our word and answering the prayer with love, we give from our overflow of all of this into this beautiful place we call CCL, the community of love that we have come to center into this morning, on every Sunday, on many Sundays, and on some Sundays throughout the week in our hearts with love. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the gifts that you give that make this time together possible, that make the gathering as a community possible for all of us, and that our hearts can gather in times such as these, touch together, know each other, see our friends, and be one in this love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this today. And so we say together, please unmute so we can hear each other's voices. Thank you, God,
Thank you,
for
God.
this abundance that
is
we
God.
find to share. I
share.
bless this gift and I give it to thee
I give
in
it to
gratitude
thee
and joy,
joy,
knowing that as I
as I
give,
give,
I do receive.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you again. And right on top of all that, we have such an amazing gift for you today. This is part of our announcements today. I think some of you have seen it in the newsletter, but if you haven't looked in the newsletter, in the chat, you will find a link to your newsletter so you can go find it. But what we want you to know is that we are having a special guest next week named Nemo Patel, who is a world-renowned sweet love rapper, which is an amazing combination of things. He will join us in our service. But not only that, he has gifted us with this gift of a 21-day challenge, kindness challenge. Now, if the world ever needed us to be challenged to be kind, this could be the week. So we are offering that to you. It is, there's a link in your chat, I'm pretty sure, and there is a link where? In your newsletter. You can read more about Nemo. You can look at his YouTube videos. You can see what amazing heart he is. If you know Daniel Nahmad, who is his best buddy, soul best friend, you will also know that they sing together. You can find all that on YouTube. And he's going to bring himself to our beautiful Morristown location next week, just because he fell in love with us at the conference. So by falling in love with us, you know that means he fell in love with all of you. So this was his challenge to us. Before I come, would you be willing to play with this 21-day challenge? So if you haven't yet, don't worry. You start the day you start. Doesn't matter. Whatever day you start, just start. And we're going to keep telling you, start, start, start. And part of that is I'm including the stories of my journey just to get you going if you're stuck on a day or whatever. And we're going to post those in the Facebook page. So you'll see day one, you'll see day one on the Facebook page that has this, and it's so cute, and they did such a great job with all of it. So please, if you feel up to it, go there, donate to them, do whatever you want to do. They are offering this as free peace, love, empty hands, open to the world with love. So please take advantage of that and invite all your friends. It is not just for CCL, it's for all of us. And they can certainly join the CCL group and see what those funny things that are happening in the kindness practice. It is so beautiful, opening my heart in ways that you can't even imagine, such as yesterday. Yesterday's for me was to share an uplifting story, and that's what I got to do with you today. So I love you all. Thank you. And then on to the other things. You know that we pray live in this time where the world is troubled. Some of us got lost for a few days. Some of us really got lost, and some of us came back. And through prayer, this is just the way that we remember who we are. So come to pray with us, even for 5 minutes. I know it can go on and on and on sometimes. Just come for 5 minutes, get your hit, leave. It doesn't matter. We're all here in love, and we're all here to love. Whatever works for you works for us, as I said. So as we go forward, men's group on the 16th, that looks like tomorrow. So please check in with that. And also on the 22nd, that's when we're having Dale is going to do some singing with Nemo, and Nemo's going to do a little more singing with us than we normally have. So it's going to be a big service, and Nemo is going to tell us all about his life that he turned over from this very successful young man. He now lives in an ashram in India, having given everything away. And he is so fun. He's from California, and he's pretty darn cool too. So he is the bomb, and you too will be too, as soon as you get to have some fun with him. Also, October 28th, Red Tent. And in your chat should also be phone numbers for Kathy Miller and Renee if you want to find out more about that. But remember, that is happening for the women of this congregation. On the 29th, John Mundy joins us. He hasn't been here since COVID. We're so excited. He's exhilarated and very happy to be joining us, not just for our service, but also for a workshop at 1 o'clock. So he's looking forward to seeing you all and reconnecting with this community. And, he had quite a COVID adventure and brought himself back from the brink of death. So we are so lucky to even have him in our presence. On the 5th, we're going to be doing another Zoom service. That's just what's happening in the grand world. And Kathy Milano will be leading us with Nathan Athwell, which is so lovely. We always love his. On the 11th, now I want you to know that Dr. Ani, who was here and moved so many of us with her presence and her peace work in the world, is actually in the Middle East right now. So I have no idea. She is also there with a member of our congregation. So, your prayers out to their safety also, because everything is moving all over the world in many ways. So let's see them in the highest light. Knowing that her integrative 7-step model of healing from trauma should be getting a heavy workout right now. And she's going to come back to share that with us on the 11th, which is a Saturday. I hope you will all join us. Again, your registration information is right in your chat. One last thing before you go. This congregation is a powerful gathering of beautiful souls and stewards. And we are once again establishing a steward committee, which is a nominating committee, excuse me. We need one member of the congregation to join June Hammond and myself as part of that nominating committee. And then we will be, from that, we will be taking nominations for anybody who wants to sit on our stewardship council. There are 2 openings coming in the next month or so. And so we are stepping into being prepared for that. So 1, if you're interested in being on a committee to choose one of our next 2 stewards, great. I mean, to choose the nominations, you know what I mean, for the next 2 stewards, and to offer them to the board. We would love to have you, members of the congregation. We would love to hear from you. And we would love to know who wants to be sitting on the board for the next couple of years. So that is the end of our announcements today. Thank you for holding steady as a community, because we need you to be here as a community with us so that we can share all of the exciting, wonderful, powerful, and beautiful things that are going on. And we're stepping into Marlene as she blesses us all. Visitors, new friends, and all.
Well, I've looked at the list and I don't believe we have any new visitors. Oh, maybe one. So if you are a new visitor, maybe put a reaction up in your window so we know where you are, kind of like that. And if everyone will say with me and hold your hands as we bless our new visitors and each other. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living.
Welcome to
Welcome
the Center for Conscious Living.
The Center for Conscious Living.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
We are a heart-centered spiritual community.
And we open ourselves to you in love.
We open ourselves to you in love.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
We recognize the perfection of God within you.
And we celebrate the joyous being that you are.
And
We celebrate the joyous being that you are.
You are a radiant point of light.
You are radiant
light.
And we are blessed by your presence.
And we are blessed by your presence.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Ginger will lead us in the peace song now. Sing it like you mean it.
Let peace begin on earth. Let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as our power, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you, Ginger,
Thank you.
for this beautiful music. And so we take this moment, we close our eyes, feel the impact of this service on who you are, on the blessing of who you are and the blessing of all that we are together as one. We feel this blessing. We raise our hands. We give great thanks for all that is given, for the music that came through Ginger, the help and the service that came through Reverend Marlene and Wayne, to keep this service online, to keep us going, to keep us connected, and for the presence of each and every one of you, new, old, new today, fresh in the spirit and loved, that we may open our hearts always. We may return to love always. When we fall, we will pick ourselves up with great love. When we fall, we will pick each other up with great love. And from this place, we go out in the world with such commitment, such love. We are the answer to this prayer. The call is answered in our name. We are so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
So it is. So everybody, let's all say the concluding affirmation together, and let's just know that Reverend Paul is hearing us in Italy as we say this, because we know this is his favorite part of service. So something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Wow.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Mind.
Life is in my feelings.
Life is in my feelings.
Feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
I share it.
I
Share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
I accept it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you,
Thank you,
life.
life.
And accepting all these gifts, we say
Yes.
You did that for Reverend Paul.
Thank you all for a great service.
Thank you, everyone, for a wonderful service. We are now closed as a service. We welcome you to stay if that is yours to do for a few moments, and just say hello to your friends, to your family in love. And so great to see you here today. What a week it has been. Yeah.
Love you all. Great service. Bye-bye.
Beautiful service, everyone.
And Holly Myers as our kindness ambassador. Thank you for always speaking the word for kindness. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for loving us. And we will carry on your kindness traditions with you, through you, and everyone else. Thank you, everyone else. Peggy, Marty, Chris, Ken, who's here? John, Ginger, Jane, Bobby, Peggy, Wayne, June, me, and Marlene. Everyone, just know how you are making a difference right this second today. And it was great to hear each and every one of your voices as we were doing this thing. I was like, wait, there's Ken Davis. Wait, there's John Fulmer. There's Jane's voice. There's Wayne's voice. There's Peggy's voice. That was fun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for being on screen. Those of you who can, it makes such a difference to those of us who are to see you and to be present. So this is a practice for November 5th, because we're going to get to do it again. So next time, get all purdied up.
All we have to
Hi,
do is
Bobby.
brush our hair. That's it.
Brush your hair and put on a pink sweater, right?
That's right. And leave your bedroom slippers on.
Thanks for the
I think
love.
there
Good to be
was
with you.
more people. Yeah, thanks everyone. There was more
Thank
people
you,
on
thank
video.
you.
My
It
check
is
out's at
wonderful.
11, so I need to bounce, but thank you.
Were there more people on
on?
YouTube? Yeah.
There were more people on video, I meant, than I've ever seen, and there were people on YouTube watching too. So yes, good service.
Hooray.
Yay.
Thank you for
Bye,
your
everybody.
beautiful faces and your beautiful smiles and your beautiful hearts that you are making a difference with today, right now, in this moment. I love you all. Hi, Chris.
Lovely.
Hey,
Bye.
Chris. Hey, Holly.
Bye.
Ollie, was that your voice? Did she say goodbye?
You said goodbye.
Have a great day.
Hi,
Bye,
Chris.
everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful week. I guess I'll see some of you this week very soon. Some of you very soon. Love you. Thanks, Marlene. Great service. Okay. See you later, baby. Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.